the Steam Master spotting kit. There seems like an awful lot of stuff here, but really we've got two products that are very similar. This one is the concentrate of that one, that's mixed 1 in 5. Same with this one. This one we can mix 1 in 5, or we can use it straight up as it is. And this one will also mix 1 in 5. So just to save confusion, let's get rid of these and we'll talk about the rest. We'll start off with Gobster, which stands for Grease and Oil-Based Stain Remover. Try and make things as simple as they can. So this one is used for oil and grease. Apply it to the oil and grease, give it a little bit of agitation, vacuum out the excess, and then we're going to follow that up with some cleaning. The gel Gobster is great for things like chewing gum, thick oils, paint, wax, that type of thing, where you need the product to stay up on top where the stain is. But if it's a little bit deeper down in the carpet, or we need something with a little bit more power, then we'll use the Gobster in the spray-on version. You need these black tip sprayers to be able to spray constantly without wrecking the sprayers. But this is a solvent. It's meant to dissolve fats, oils, all of those grease and oil-based stains, turns it into a liquid form which we can then extract out. Once we've used these, we can then move on to a detergent. So we've got one that's meant for wool. This is a neutral detergent. We simply apply it, vacuum out the excess, and then we can rinse it. And here's one that's meant for synthetic carpets. This one's got a little bit more alkalinity to it, which helps bite into some of the fats and oils and get them really moving. Next on the list is the hydrogen peroxide. So at the strength it is at the moment, it's great for synthetics. You can water it down a little bit to work on wool. And this is ideal for things like coffee, tea, all those tannin-based stains. Basically any plant-based stain, this will deal with it. Then we've got our acid rinse. Because sometimes we might be using something with a little bit more alkalinity, we need to swing it back into the acid side so we don't get any wicking problems or cellulosic browning or a number of other problems that can happen. This will leave the carpet in a much better state. Right down the end here, we have rust remover. What's it going to be used for? Rust. Pretty much any metal oxide. Be careful with this one. If you're using this one, make sure you put on the gloves. And right at the very end is a deodorant treatment. So this is great for just finishing off when we're dealing with urine problems or other odor-based problems. Now when we're doing stain removal, it's a really good thing if we know what that stain is. If we know we've got a rust stain, we go straight for the rust remover. Simple. If we've got an oil stain or a grease stain, we go for the Gobster, grease and oil-based stain remover. But what if we don't know what that stain is? How do we take it out? With this system, basically we start at that end and we work down along the line. So we start with the Gobster, either the gel or the liquid. We then move on to our detergent. And if that works, great, collect your money and go. If it doesn't, we can then step it up a notch with the Steam Master pre-spray for synthetics. And if that's not working, we can actually then go to the peroxide. And when we come to the end, we then neutralize it all with the acid rinse. And if it's still not coming out, try the rust remover. You'll be surprised what it'll do. So if we start at that end and work through that way, we can't go wrong. Chances are, 90% of the time, we'll get the stain out. The only thing we're not going to get out are the things like red cordials and other dye type stains. But for all the normal spots and spills, this will take care of it. So if you can identify the stain, just look straight up on the chart that comes in the kit and it makes it all nice and simple for you.